Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Linda. Got a lot of fun DIYs in store for you today, so what are we waiting for? Let's get crafting. Today we'll be working on DIY farmhouse summer crafts. So to start with, I'm using this sign from Dollar Tree, and we're going to go ahead and just kind of pull off that metal front. It's really easy, and pull off the label off the back, of course. You can save that for later if you want. I found these kind of popsicle sticks in the clearance for 50 cents. I'm going to use, but you could totally use like skewers. And the reason I thought to use these white sticks is because I thought I wouldn't have to cut them down as much, but I end up cutting them down anyway. So either or. So I've got some kind of, lightened yellow paint. I use this one from Apple Barrel, and I just add a little white paint to it to kind of make it a nice soft yellow so it's not so bright. And I'll end up painting this top portion and these sticks, and then over the top of all of that, then I'm going to come in with some black paint. So that way when I sand like that top round portion, a little bit of that yellow will peek through. So first thing I want to do though before I start painting is I want to take about just a 1/4 inch off the edge of this top where it's all paper, just because some of that will probably peek through. So I'm just going to sand all that off. Here's the sticks I'm going to do. So what I have here is I'm going to end up with 19 sticks, and I've already marked here about a 1/2 inch part where I want my sticks to go on the outer rim of this edge of the sign here. So I've picked the drill bit that closely matches the size of the sticks I'm going to use, and I'm going to drill down just about a 1/2 inch or so along. I'm going to make sure it fits the one I picked, and it's going to be perfect. And I'm going to continue drilling those holes all the way down around the side. Again, I'm going to use 19 sticks. Now my long sticks, 10 of them will be 3.5 inches, and 9 of them will be 2.5 inches. And then, like I said, I go in about 1/2 inch or so. I don't even know if it's 1/2 inch. It might be 1/4 inch. Just enough so your stick's going to be in there nice and stable. And of course, I'll glue it in a little bit as well. So just kind of showing you here, drilling a few of the holes on camera first, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So as my little Cricut Joy is printing out my quote here, I've already got my papers traced and ready to go for my sign here. What I did is like the top curved edge, I traced around it and then cut my paper out, and I cut it about 1/8 inch shorter than the actual size. And then I used that sheet to cut the next sheet, and that next sheet I cut it about a 1/4 inch shorter, and so on and so forth. So that way that you see all the different papers that I'm going to layer on top of each other. And I did the same thing for the bottom. So we're going to start with the bottom piece. You can see here I've kind of already distressed off camera, so that little bit of yellow is peeking underneath that black. I'm going to lay down my first piece of paper on the bottom, and then I will go ahead and lay the first piece of paper down on the top. And if you didn't want to add papers, you can totally just paint this sign. It would be cute all in black with just yellow sun rays coming out. Would be really super sweet. So adding my second piece of paper here, you can see it's about a 1/4 inch shorter. Got a little wooden heart here for my supply. I'm going to go ahead and add some cardstock to that. Of course, I traced it and cut it out. I'm going to sand it a little bit first. Earlier, as I was explaining the papers, I was using my scissors around the edges of my papers. I was scraping along the edges to give it a nice roughened edge all the way around the paper to kind of give it a little bit more of a rustic look. So here's my quote. Sunshine is my favorite color, using the fonts Chrismaster and Georgia from DeFont.com, nice and free. Just kind of adding it to my paper first. Sometimes I find if I can and I'm not in such a hurry, I'll add it to my paper first before I glue that paper down, because sometimes once I glue it down and then I go to add the quote, the glue's still a little bit soft underneath, so the transfer paper likes to get a little testy when I try to pull it off. So this is just a piece of cardboard I cut a little bit shorter for that front piece, just so I could raise up the quote here when I glue it down. Just wanted to add a little bit dimension here. So just a piece of cardboard that I'm gluing this whole quote and paper to. So right here I'm just laying down my heart and my last piece of paper so I can kind of make sure that I know where I want to put this sunshine word at before I actually go ahead and glue everything down. So I'm just kind of seeing where I want it first, and then I will move everything out of the way, kind of lay it down gently. There you can see me kind of squish the heart out of the way, and then I'll go ahead and get this on here. Nice and easy. Come on off of there. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get this glued down. Super cute. And then we'll add our little heart. Nice, easy project, I think, anyway. And it packs a statement. We're going to go ahead and glue our sticks in using Beacon Fabri-Tac glue today. Again, my sticks, the long ones, 10 of them are 3.5 inches, and 9 for the short ones, 2.5 inches. So I add a little bit of glue to the end and just gently twist it into the hole. And of course alternate, starting with the long one first, then a short one all the way around. And you can make your sticks as long or as short as you want. Now this particular project, actually Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs, I got inspiration from her when we were battling each other in Heidi Sambel's Creative Champion Contest. She made this really large farmhouse wooden sun that was just gorgeous. And I went looking for something in my room and I saw this and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be such a cute idea, and I'll, you know, put my flair on it. So thank you, Sammy, for giving me this inspiration. So we're coming around here near the end, getting our last little bit of sticks in, and then once I get the last stick in, this project is complete. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Linda. If you like what you saw here today, I post all sorts of home decor DIYs. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on a single video from me. For today's video, I was contacted by NAIL Addict LA, and they wanted to see if I would be interested in trying out some of their colors in their mini UV LED light. Y'all know I get my nails done. It's no secret. And I'm like, I get my nails done, but if you don't mind me taking them with me to an appointment, and I would love the opinion of my nail tech and see how they hold up during my DIYs, I don't mind trying them out at all. These colors were amazing. I chose a base coat, a top coat, and 4 shades. They are so vibrant. They are so bright. They are amazing. Even my nail tech said the polish was thick, but not too thick that it would buckle under the light. She was really impressed with the product. All their product are high quality vegan, 9 free, which is just some of it is formaldehyde free, no parabens, no acetone, that kind of thing. Cruelty free, not tested on any animals or anything like that. They have over 100 plus incredible colors, and they get new ones in every month. Very easy to do. Even if you don't get your nails done, these are gel polishes. They do require a UV LED light. Even if you don't get your nails done, you can still use them on your natural nail. They do have a product that I didn't get, but it is just a brush on. So if you want to change colors, you brush it on, and it helps take that gel nail polish off so that you can apply a new color. Can't wait to try these on my toes. I will have a 45% off coupon in the description box for you. You just add the word Linda O on there, a link to the website. I'd try them out. Here's how beautiful they are. They're shiny, they're vibrant. You can see how they are. I recommend them. I can't wait to get some more shades. So thank you, NAIL Addict LA, for sending me this wonderful product. And the mini UV light, you guys, UV LED light, works perfectly wonderful. I appreciate it very much for you reaching out to me. I can't wait to try more product and more shades. It was definitely worth my time. They are beautiful. With all that said, let's move on to project number 2. For this project, I'm using these things I got from a local craft store, but I've seen them in the unfinished wood section at Hobby Lobby, like little candle cups. These handles I got from Habitat for Humanity. This great big lemon slice and tag. This lemon slice, I will come back to that. It's not available quite yet, but I will have a link to the store down below for you. I'm going to be painting these handles in a flat white spray paint, and then I will paint everything but the slice on top, the tag and the back piece and those little feet all in flat black, and then I'll paint the slice in white later on. So this big large lemon, craftingwithkimber.com. I'll have the link to the main store down below. She does not have it up on her site yet. It's the same place where you're going to find these bees and these cute little lemons and stuff. Those who've been with me a while, you know I've been posting about these lemons and bees. I'll have the links to those direct links for you, but the large lemon, it's going to wait a little bit. Her store is actually going to be closed for about a week. She's in the last week of her daughter's getting ready to get married, and so she has shutting the store down on vacation for about a week. When she pops back up, that large lemon will be a new release for you with a tag. Okay, so let's get on with painting these cute little lemons and things. What I did for the yellow here is I mixed 3 different colors of yellow, and then we'll be using some Waverly white chalk paint and some Dixie Belle chalk paint in the color Caviar. So painted those lemons yellow, of course, as you see, and we're going to work on the bee. I know we've been painting these all summer, and everybody, yep, this is the last one. We're working on our last lemon for the summer. It's finally come to an end. Once everything's done, I do 2 coats on them. I'm coming in on the wings now with the Waverly white chalk paint. I'll do 2 coats of that, just painting one side, because the other side, of course, will get glued down. But I wanted to show this in its entirety in case we get, you know, some new subscribers. Haven't seen this yet. And we're going to paint the little slice. It's kind of fun painting all of these. I've had so much fun this summer doing all these lemon projects with you all and using these cute little bees and lemons, and it was almost as sad to think this is the last ones I'll be painting for this time around. We're going to switch to our black paint, and I'm going to paint the head and antenna of this cute little bee. I love the little heart. And then off camera I go ahead and paint the back side too, so it's all finished off in the black, of course. 2 coats here as well. Perfect. And once everything's dry, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to make some cute little bee stripes on the body here. I do 3. I mark it in pencil first. It's easier for me than just freehanding, but making some little stripes, 3 little stripies, just so he gets his little design on his little body. Perfect, nice and easy. Heat set it so it dries very quickly. And then we'll move on to the next step, taking my fan brush with that Waverly white chalk paint mixed with water so it's nice and soupy, and I'm going to tap my fan brush over all the pieces to add little splatters to all my pieces here, just to give it a little bit of personality. I like to add the splatters, super cute. Get that all dried up, and then we'll move on to the next step there. Perfect. Going to go ahead now and glue our little wings on. Oh, this bee's so cute. Like it. Taking my glue strings off, and we'll get our little slice on top of our half lemon. I think this lemon tray, I think you guys are going to really like it. It's super cute. Super cute. Here's our little half lemon. Such easy things to paint, and they add such personality. I love it. Oopsie. Dropping things. All right, now we're going to mess with our bee a little further. I've got some white covered wire here. I get it in the floral section at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to go ahead and glue on. I twirl the end around the paintbrush as you saw, and in one straight end I'm going to glue that onto the back of the bee. And then I like to take a piece of cardstock here and I glue it over the wire so it holds that wire nice and stable in place. And in the other end of the wire, I straighten that as well so we can add to our project. So this is called mud paint. It's some new paint I picked up from my local person I usually get the Dixie Belle chalk paint from. And I've not tried it before. It's a clay paint. She says dries really matte. It says on the jar that it should only need 1 coat. I found with this white it needs 2, but white tends to be a little bit, you know, thinner anyway. But it covered really nicely, painted really smooth. So I picked up probably 4 or 5 other colors, so can't wait to try those. We'll see how it turns out when we try those together more on camera. Some other projects. So I'm taking my sandpaper and my new sanding block and getting everything distressed here. I'm sure I'll pull out the ugly Dollar Tree wrapped one from time to time, but finally had to go buy a new one. This is just a little piece of cardboard here. Again, like on the first project, I cut a piece of cardboard so we can use it to elevate. Distressing with my scissor blades around my pieces of paper. Everything's all sewn. Sewn with my sewing machine. I sew on my papers just as if I'm sewing fabric. Nothing special needed. We're going to head and start gluing things down. So this is a piece of black cardstock and yellow cardstock on top that I've traced just a little bit shorter than the circle itself. So you see all those edges of the wood and the two papers. We're going to add some cardstock to the back of our tag. It's nice and finished. We're going to go ahead and add our slice on top. Again, this is about 10.75 inches. Making sure I put it in the right angle. It took me a while. I cut some of that out. Like, how did this go? It had a certain cut to it. All right, got that on there. And then we'll go ahead and cover and make the front of our tag really cute. Just black cardstock, just so it's finished nicely. A little bit of yellow on top, so we're kind of sticking with that black and yellow. Kind of goes in with our bees and our lemons, of course, that we just painted. And our big lemon, right? And here's our piece of cardboard again, just adding a little bit of black to the front of it. And then adding a little bit of yellow to another little piece. Perfect. Now, the word lemon drops I have here, we did those tiny little lemons so I can replace the E and O's on my design. So on the first lemon here, I'm seeing where I need it to go. I'm going to pull the E off, and I have just enough space to move the L over. So I'm just kind of checking back and forth many times, seeing what I can do here. So I can move the L over, but the word drops, I'm going to have to kind of cut it up to apply it. And you can see me cutting it up here. I have to cut the P and the S off and the D and the R off. And so the fonts I used on this one was DK Lemon Yellow and Chris Master again. So we'll go ahead and kind of get our words on. I'm looking here to make sure I get everything where it'll fit, and using my cute little lemons and lemon slices. So we'll get the lemon part on first, of course. And when you can't find your little scraper, you use the bottom of your little picker tool, right? It works in a pinch. Get that off of there. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and get our little other end on. A little bit at a time here. Perfect. It works fine. Have to do it in sections, but it gets on there fine. So my lemons, yeah, my lemons are about 1 inch tall, so my letters turn out to be about 1 inch tall. Perfect. And my lemons, I believe, I'm not sure which size Kim starts her lemons with on her store. I think I special ordered my size, but there you go. She still has really cute. I think they start at like 1.5 inches. So we're getting our little lemon drops on here, and then we'll go ahead and glue on our lemon slices. Perfect. I just love replacing E's and O's and putting our little lemons in the center of it. Just gives it such personality. Super cute. Super cute. How many times can I say that? All right, and then we're going to work on the top part here. This part is going to say troubles, but of course I've cut it. So where troubles melt like lemon drops is our quote. And I cut the word troubles up so we can add our little whole lemon as the O, of course. Perfect. Got our quote on there. Get our O in there. And then we'll get our other one right on top. Now if you don't have a cutting machine, you could totally use stickers and stuff. Will be super cute on a little wood tag. And you know, like I said, use a little cardboard here to kind of raise some of that quote up just to give it a little personality. You can write it out. I don't have really, I mean, I think I have okay handwriting. My husband thinks it's terrible, so I don't really write my stuff out much. A little bit of ribbon here I got from Walmart, just kind of easy bow, and I'll glue it in place right here. Just like that. And in here we're going to bring our B back into place. I'm going to go ahead, and I like to use like double stick tape for this. I will often just kind of double stick tape it down because I know it's going to hold really well and not move. I'll use a couple pieces here. So I kind of like to just glue it down and then add the double stick tape. And I know that sucker's sticking right in there. And then I want to raise this tag up a little bit. So I've got some cardboard here. I'm just kind of making sure I cut it to fit, and I'll go ahead and glue it down on here. And I'm also raising it up to take the space of that wire because it's not going to lay flat with that little wire sticking behind there as well. So we're giving it a little dimension and also giving room for that wire there. Using Gorilla Glue here, I'm going to go ahead and glue the feet. I'm going to do 3 on the bottom of this lemon here, lemon slice, a little tray. Perfect. And then once that's set up, I'm again using Gorilla Glue, and I'm just going to glue these handles on because they're just for looks. It's just a decorative tray. It's not going to be, you know, used. I can pick it up by the handles and everything because that Gorilla Glue works perfectly, but I didn't want to, like, you know, screws into the handles or anything. And then I've got my tag here set and ready to go. I'm going to glue that on. I'm going to adjust my bee, and once that's done, this project is complete. So I hope you enjoyed both of these projects today. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. You know the drill. Let me know which project was your favorite. Remember, if you're new to my channel and you like what you saw here today, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on a single video from me. Before I go, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. Have the courage to act. Sometimes you may take the easy road. Maybe you are afraid, even though you want to see change. Sometimes you want to see results, but you aren't willing to take the risk. Act on God's willingness to lead you. He knows the path. He will move any obstacles out of that path. Get ready. This is the day Jesus will give you victory. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.